Okay, so I just wanted to do this intro to my Susan Olsen, Judy, Tenuta interview video real quick because I wanted to make you guys aware of something because I feel like I might have said something a little bit politically incorrect about politics. And that is that Susan Olsen, during the course of our conversation, happened to tell me she was the one who got into politics. I didn't want to do it. She happened to tell me that she was on the inappropriate side of politics for this interview. Oh, and by the way, we're looking at the lobby of the museum where we had the interview, and they kept blasting Power of Love by Huey Lewis in the news through the whole museum. Okay, so I'm out of the space I was because it was just being too distracting and there were too many people around, but you guys got to get a nice little video of the Hollywood Museum and what it looked like and what the vibe was on that night when it was all clearing out. Now I am in the Hollywood Roosevelt Hotel, which to me, this place used to be so just sort of almost more innocent looking than it is, but now it kind of looks like an Illuminati Christmas Fest hotel. And I don't mean to offend any of those who are into Melania's. Jeez, it's like somebody's trying to get out of this metal steel cage. It's like a ghost from Christmas past. But anyway, I keep getting interrupted. But if any of you are into Melania's decorating sensibilities from the Christmas White House of 2017, wow, that's really distracting. They don't like that I'm filming in here. Hold on one second. Then it kind of reminds me of that. But anyway, it's still pretty cool. But what I wanted to say is that I feel like I said something a little bit politically incorrect about politics in my video. Oh, somebody's talking again. And that is, oh my God, doesn't this look like an Eyes Wide Shut mansion Christmas party? I'm serious, look how dark it is. I actually had to darken the camera to make it true to life emulation of what was going on. Okay, but anyway, and again, this hotel, every time I'm filming, oh my God, every time I'm filming, that thing starts to rattle. It's kind of creepy. I'm gonna go even farther away from it. But anyway, so we're far away from the rattling door. But what Susan Olsen said is, she said, oh, you know, I get in trouble sometimes because I get political. And she brought it up, I didn't. And she goes, and I go, why? And she goes, oh, because I'm on the inappropriate side of politics. And at that moment, I knew exactly what she meant. She meant that for Hollywood sensibilities, she was on the inappropriate side. And then I said, well, I'm on the appropriate side. And I meant to say appropriate in quotation marks because that's really what it is. And then she ended up saying, like, oh yeah, you know, I'm a libertarian, so I believe in freedom of this, but I have more conservative views fiscally and so on and so forth, or financially. So I was like, oh, okay. And then it was all good. But I didn't want you guys to think that I was being superior by saying that, oh, I'm on the appropriate side of politics. Because it's true. I mean, a lot of people can be mean to people whose politics aren't the same as theirs, and, you know, especially in Hollywood, like more conservative. Wow, that's a beautiful ceiling. I never looked up there, you guys, so thank you for watching my video channel. So I had the impetus to make this video and film upward. That's so cool. Now that doesn't look too Illuminati-esque, or maybe it does, maybe the circles in the center do, but the outside looks like an old milk crate that my mom had from a county fair that they had painted. That said, so I just wanted to let you know that I wasn't trying to be superior. I was just putting quotation marks around it, and a lot of people can be mean to people who are conservatives in Hollywood, just as a lot of people can be mean to people who are not so conservative sometimes on YouTube. I have seen it, so that's unfortunate too, and my goal with this video channel is not to create any political rifts. That said, my dad stayed here once and he couldn't find his key, and he had put it in his pants pocket, and he hung his pants in his closet upside down, and he couldn't find his key. And then the next morning he reached into his pocket and found his key, so he goes, oh, that must be the ghost of Marilyn Monroe. So that was pretty funny. That's my little story of my dad staying in this hotel. And then the other thing I want to tell you is, at this Back to the Future exhibit opening, I tried to ask some other celebrities about like reality shifts or time shifts, and it was so funny because Jeremy Miller, who played Ben on Growing Pains, was like, oh my God, I actually don't have an answer for that. I usually can think of something to say for everything. That's the first time I've ever felt this way. So that was pretty funny. And then I asked the mom from Mr. Belvedere and she didn't have anything. And then I asked the mom from E.T., Dee Wallace, and she was like, and I was like, have you ever been witness to a shifting or parallel reality? And she's just like, all the time. I'm a natural healer. So, which she might mean New Age healer, but whatnot. Anyway, see shadowy men walking around in dark lobbies. At least they don't have the black and white checkerboard floor though, which is interesting. But anyway, so it was pretty funny, and I guess I don't really have too much more to say except I thought I did, but I just wanted to give you guys a caveat because I don't want to be all divine and conquering on my channel, but I do. I try and go to these events, and if I talk to a celebrity or see a celebrity, I try and plant seeds and I try and get them thinking along those lines because it could be interesting, and heaven knows they sure have a lot of other interesting stories. So if I could jog their memory with something else and introduce them all to the Mandela effect, then it could be good. Like there could be some really interesting discussions. I love that nutcracker. Anyway, this intro has been way longer than I wanted it to, but I wanted to get into the intro, and I wanted to just let you guys know, and I hope you enjoy the interview, and peace out. This is, here we are at the Hollywood Museum for the Back to the Future display. This is Susan Olsen, aka Cindy Brady, and Judy Tenuta, mother of Judaism. Woo!
We're excited, aren't we, Susan? Oh, we want to move into a parallel universe.
Yeah, I've always liked the concept, and I'd like them to prove that it's true, and I'd like to be able to jump.
Yes.
The universe jumping.
If you could change anything about this universe into the next universe, what would it be?
Everybody should get along.
Ah, there you go. Like your makeup and its color coordination. You guys, Judy Tenuta has the best color coordinated makeup ever.
She's an artist. I didn't know this.
Yes.
She went to art school.
Oh my God. Wow.
But so is Susan. Susan's an artist.
Well, you also have your
Get along.
radio show.
Yeah, because we're both cuckoo.
Yeah, we're both cuckoo.
And I love Judy because every time I see her at the table, we always get the cupcakes at the same time.
Oh my God.
We're like, oh my God.
Stay away though today, but it's not gonna happen.
But you're so awesome because you also don't care. You're like, oh my God, I love it. I want to try every
I stuff
one.
them in my purse too.
There you go. Uh-oh. Hey, it's your daily bread, right? But Susan, you have a radio show.
Yes.
Tell us about that.
Sunday Night Live on Sunday nights on KABC, that's 7:90 a.m. at 9 o'clock in the evening Pacific time.
Cool.
With my co-host Frank Sheftel.
Yes, I met him at the Rip Taylor Memorial, which I was sorry you couldn't be
I
at.
was supposed to be there, but
Yeah, you had the
my
flu.
voice is still kind of funky.
Oh, no.
I literally could not speak.
Oh my God, that's crazy.
And I was stuffy and contagious.
Right. Oh God, it's going around. Oh, last thing, what do you talk about on your radio show? What's
Everything.
even parallel universes?
We could, yeah, and it depends also on our guests. But I mean, Greg and I are pretty much interested in everything. So am I, you know, and I'm just a nerd. So anything I'm interested in, I study it. And we're very eclectic.
I love it. I love that.
And I'm very political too, but
Oh.
I try to steer away from that because I'm not on the appropriate side.
Oh, see,
Yeah.
I am on the appropriate side, but yeah, I know what you mean because then you still have like the arguments.
Yeah.
But if you come from a place of like, what are your commonalities? You know, then
That's
it's better.
just it,
Yeah.
and that's what I used to always do because
Yeah.
there wasn't really. I mean, to me, it's like there really wasn't a difference between right and
Yeah.
left. I'm not really on the right. I'm a libertarian.
Oh, okay,
I don't
right.
like government.
Okay.
You know, I want the government to be really small, but not so small it fits my body.
See, right, exactly. See, here's my thing. The reason I think that most people hate government is because of big business. And when you reject big government, you get big business. But the reason you hate big government is because big business is corrupted. And that's sort of my take.
That is absolutely it. And I wouldn't blame capitalism. I blame the fact that we allow big business to buy our lives.
Exactly. That's the problem.
Lobbyists should not. That
Yes.
shouldn't happen. I think Congress should only serve like 4 years and be
Right.
and be fired.
Term limits for judges and
yes,
Congress.
yes.
I get it. Okay, so we agree.
See?
All right.
World peace.
See, we're
at hand.
We're already in that parallel universe. I'm
telling you. All right, well, I'll let all my listeners know about your radio show, and I'm going to see you at more stuff. I know.
Appreciate it. Oh, by the way, here's my son.
Oh, hi. Oh, my gosh.
He's a great musician.
Oh, hey, so do you know anything about the Mandela effect or like parallel?
I've heard of it.
Oh, okay. So now that's what I do podcasts on sometimes. It's like, yeah.
Think about like the current, like for an example, what's going on right now. You ever think there could be different variables or variations of it going on at the same time elsewhere or something like that?
That's
Yeah. Or like you're living your whole life the same way, except there's one less Pauly Shore movie in your world, which I think could be good.
Right. But there are that footage and the people walking around with cell phones.
Yes, that's weird.
1800s.
Or like, how many seats in Kennedy's car do you remember? 4 or 6?
There would be. I was thinking 5. Because the front seats were bucket seats. I'd say 6.
Well, see, so many people remember 4 seats because Kennedy's bodyguard, like, shouldn't he have sat right in front of him? But they're actually 6 seats because Kennedy's bodyguard was sitting in front of Governor Connolly, and so that makes no sense in this reality.
Yeah. And like all the things that you think that they're spelled a certain way or pronounced a certain way, they're not.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's so weird.
That's a Mandela effect.
That's a Mandela effect. So maybe sometime somebody on your show will come on and they'll talk about that.
I'd be open to it.
Cool. All right. Well, I'll let you guys go. So it looks like you got stuff to do, but it's nice to talk to you.
Nice to talk to you.
Bye.